Hey numerologist community, and welcome back to another episode of the full and new moon series that I do every other week with the wonderful Kelli Fox. Hey Kelli.
Hi Rose.
Now today we're going to be talking about the full moon in Pisces, which is on the 20th of September. So what do we have in store for this one?
Well, this is a magical, mystical full moon because it's in Pisces, and Pisces is the psychic of the zodiac. And so Pisces, let me take a step back and explain the full moon and then explain full moon in Pisces and then what it's connecting into, because it's a really, really special full moon. And so a full moon is when the sun and moon are opposite. And so sun and moon are opposite each other, and the earth is in the middle. And so it's like a tug of war. It's this push-pull effect of the full moon. And we have, there's always big and dramatic and intense with the full moon. And something always comes to a head with a full moon. And so if we think about the dark night sky and the full moon being a giant flashlight that illuminates something. So it's a culmination of something. It's the pinnacle or the climax of a situation. And so that's why there's been all these myths and mythologies over the course of human history around full moons, because something always big and dramatic usually happens at the time of the full moon. And of course, depending on what sign it's in and how it affects our own natal chart, adds to the story. So with this full moon in Pisces, it's everything Pisces. So it's basically as I said, psychic ability, it's creativity, it's trusting and using our instincts. It's a dreamy, ethereal type of energy with the full moon in Pisces. It's very, as I said, mystical and magical. And it's also very humanitarian and compassionate. Now, humanitarian's typically a word associated with Aquarius, but it's also connected to Pisces. Pisces is a carer. Pisces cares about humanity. So Pisces is about the collective. We say that again a lot about Aquarius, with this recent, 2 full moons in Aquarius and then Jupiter retrograde in Aquarius, karmic Saturn, in Aquarius as well. So we've thought a lot about Aquarius and given the label humanitarian to Aquarius most recently, especially, but now really with this energy of the full moon in Pisces, it's very much about thinking about everyone else, thinking about the other. That theme continues. For the May of this year, May through July, we had Jupiter in Pisces. So we started to get a taste of what it's like to not just think about the collective and where we fit within the collective, but how we can care for each other. And that's the missing link here, because, with all that Aquarius energy, it's very airy, intellectual energy. But now with Pisces energy and this full moon in Pisces, it's very much of the heart. Moon is about emotions and feelings, and Pisces is all about emotions and feelings. So you put the combination of this energy together with full moon in Pisces, and it's very much about everything we do at this time is through our emotions and through our heart. And we're understanding now, as time goes on, that we are part of a much bigger link in a global chain, and especially, with what's going on out there in the world. So this full moon in Pisces is very much needed right now, because it also connects into Neptune and Pluto. Now, this is a really big deal because Neptune currently is in Pisces. So the full moon comes together with Neptune, and Neptune, as the ruler of Pisces, is very much about all those keywords I just said: creativity, care, compassion, psychic ability, the collective. It's amplified with the connection of this full moon coming together with Neptune. It also forms a sextile, a really, really nice 60-degree angle to Pluto, which is all about change and transformation for humanity. So there's hope. There's really big hope with this full moon in Pisces. You know, it's finally where we need to be as the human race. We can start to see it now because, you know, as I just said, full moons are about illumination. It's about, you know, shining the light where we haven't been able to see before. And so this is really exciting energy. And, you know, it's not going to be, oh, everything's going to be handed to us, because obviously it hasn't been these past, you know, nearly 2 years, if you can believe that. So this is very much about helping others, you know, all, you know, rising, a rise, what's that saying? Is it a rising tide lifts all boats?
Yes.
That's what this full moon in Pisces is all about. We can't just raise ourselves. To raise ourselves, we have to raise everyone else along with us. We're joining arms, you know, and we are evolving. And it's exciting because, you know, 2020, 2021, we had some really big astrological themes of both those years. And then when I look at 2022, it's not as heavy, it's not as intense, it's not as, you know, karmic as what it has been previously with these past couple of years. And then, of course, you know, we're looking, and I think I mentioned this last time or maybe a couple of times ago, I keep looking at 2023 because that's when we come into the age of Aquarius officially. So, you know, this time, you know, with this full moon in Pisces, this is the final cycle, you know, because Pisces being the last sign of the zodiac, it's very much about completion. There's really a big sense of completion, especially with it, you know, hooking into Neptune and Pluto, the two outermost planets. And it's very much about, you know, something is finishing, something is wrapping up. It's not quite there yet, but, you know, with looking at the other planetary activity, but we're getting so close to it. Now, I'll just go through what it means, you know, for each of the grouping of the signs. So if you, and I'm going to do it by modality this time. So if you are a mutable sign, and that's Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, you know, luckily you're adaptable and flexible because change is imminent with this full moon in Pisces. So it's about trusting your instincts, but also not trusting completely that you're making decisions at this time that are not based in logic or fact. So that's the skill here, is to sort of find that balance between the two. Because remember, you know, a full moon has this opposite effect of push-pull between the sun and moon. And then if you are a cardinal sign, you know, the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, and it's all about initiating and wanting to get something going and, you know, charging ahead. But this full moon in Pisces is asking you to do it with heart. Do it from a place of mindfulness. Do it from a place of realizing that your, you know, your actions will have consequences, not just for yourself, but, you know, for the collective. So it's important that, you know, not just using your intuition to charge ahead, but really thinking through the repercussions of your actions, whatever they may be. And then finally, you know, with the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, with this full moon in Pisces, you know, it's asking you to, you know, maybe think through that there might be other dimensions, or there might be other factors involved around the decisions you make, or the situations that you might find yourself in at this time. You know, nothing is an island. You know, everything and everyone is interconnected. And that's what this full moon in Pisces is about, not just for the fixed signs, but, you know, for all of us. We are part of something much bigger than ourselves. And this is really illuminated for all of us at this time.
See, I told you I loved a good old moon in Pisces. It sounds so exciting. And the biggest word I picked up from that was hope. You know, there's hope. And after the couple of years we've had, I think everybody needs a bit of hope right now. So I'm definitely looking forward to this one. So the next one we're going to be talking about next time on the next video is the new moon in Libra. So until then, we'll see you then.
Thanks, Rose. See you then.
Thanks, Kelly. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more readings and forecasts every single week. Head to the description now for your free numerology reading and to view our latest blogs.